How's it going, everybody? This is your boy Mega Man 088, and I am back with a brand new video. Yes, you heard that right, a brand new video. It's been some time since my last one. The last video was basically a guide for all of my gunbreakers to get through that one mission to have loved and lost. And let me tell you, I had to get clapped several times in order for me to give you the information you needed to get through it. But I digress. Today, I'm bringing you my impressions so far on the GunBreaker, or more precise, my overall impressions of the GunBreaker and how much I've been enjoying the content so far from Shadowbringers and what I'm looking forward to in the brand new Nier Automata raid, if I'm pronouncing that right. If someone catches that and decides to correct me, I am all for it. Anyway, so let's get right into the thick of things. So I've been playing the GunBreaker class for the last 2.5 weeks, and I'm going to tell you right now, as a fan of the gunblade itself, I'm going to just get right to it. I personally think, and do not shoot me for this because this is just my opinion, this is not fact, but I truly do believe that when it comes to the GunBreaker, and despite it being like the 4th tank class in the entire game, it does, in my opinion, sit up there with the Dark Knight job, of course. And the reason why I'm saying this is because of the fact that it is pretty damn good when it comes to the DPSing and when it comes to holding its own when it does involve pulling mobs in the dungeons. And I can say this because I've successfully been able to do exactly that. I was basically running dungeons for the last 2.5 weeks, trying to just really kind of like, you know, get into my own and just learn how to autopilot, you know, tank with the GunBreaker. When it came to pulling mobs, personally, I felt like, you know what, it may not be as efficient as the Dark Knight, because the Dark Knight, let's face it, Dark Knight, when it comes to pulling mobs, it is basically fucking OP. Yes, I dropped an F-bomb, sue me. But anyway, when it does come to pulling mobs, it does kind of, it's up there with the Dark Knight, you know, but it's not gonna, like, I don't know, personally, I feel like it doesn't really surpass the Dark Knight when it comes to pulling mobs, because Dark Knight is pretty much like OD when it comes to pulling mobs. Now, personally, I feel like when it comes to overall DPS, I personally feel, and again, don't shoot me for this, I feel personally that the GunBreaker does kind of like, you know, supersede the Dark Knight, the Paladin, and the Warrior when it comes to overall DPS. And I'm telling you this because there are moves in its arsenal that does tend to kind of hit a lot harder than the rest of its normal moves, that doesn't require like you to use any of the 2 shots that you are given. Speaking of which, if for whatever reason Square Enix decides to give us the rest of those, like those other 4 shots for the GunBreaker, I would be so in love. But then again, I'm pretty sure if they did, GunBreaker would be super OP because of the damage that you are able to deliver because of said 2 shots. But moving on. Now, like I said before, overall impressions, GunBreaker is a viable class. Now, does it, you know, does it pretty much like does it overshadow Dark Knight, Paladin, and the Warrior when it comes to pulling mobs in dungeons? Honestly, it's not going to overshadow Dark Knight, because Dark Knight is pretty much like OP as hell, in my opinion, when it comes to pulling mobs. Now, if we're talking overall DPS, I would say it's neck and neck with Dark Knight. It's pretty much passing both Paladin and Warrior, in my opinion. And from what I understand from a lot of players, the Warrior job did not get too much love in this latest update. And to that, I apologize to you guys, because, yeah, that does kind of suck. And I was kind of interested in running the Warrior job at one point, but, you know, I digress. Now, moving on into the recent news of mine, I did complete the raid, of course, and shouts out to Mr. Happy Gaming on YouTube. I'm actually currently watching this stream right now, and I thanked him earlier for his videos, because honestly, those videos got me through the raid. I wanted to make sure I knew what I was doing. I know for some people, they're like, you know, they don't want spoilers and all that stuff right there. Me personally, I'm like, nah, because I want to be able to tank just as well as everybody else when it comes to these raids. So that being said, I was like, screw it, I don't care, and spoilers or not, I want to be able to sit there and get my group, whether it's randoms or my own friends, through these raids and stuff to the best of my abilities. So if anybody's got the insight on stuff, I'm gonna pretty much, you know, take any and all information I can, you know, can get to get my people through it. And I feel like everybody should be on the same page too. Like, if you haven't ran these raids before, and it doesn't even matter which raids there are, if you haven't ran the raids before and you're like, I don't want to be spoiled, trust me, put your pride aside, go online, do the research, get your group through the raids, okay? Bottom line. Now, what am I looking forward to in the future? I heard about the Nier Automata raid, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I am looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to teaming up with 2Bay and the homie 9S, and maybe if we see A2 in that, then I'm all for it. But yeah, like overall, my overall impressions of Shadowbringers has been nothing but just straight fire. Square Enix, thank you so much for giving us this brand new expansion, this brand new update, really, to to this series, to the game actually, and I'm looking forward to what you guys got to deliver to us in the future. Anyway, you know what? These are just my thoughts. What do you guys think of Shadowbringers? Overall. What do you like about your current job that you're using right now? Leave it all in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for more notifications, because I do plan on uploading videos as time go on. And yeah, don't forget to share the videos too, because hey, like I want the love, man. I want people to kind of like chime in on these conversations. But anyway, this is your boy Mega Man 088, and I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Take care.